from the city of Seven Hills, located in beautiful Lynchburg, Virginia, the Quincy Armstrong Show with Quincy Armstrong, featuring Fannie Lou Hamer and special musical guest, your host, Troy Jordan, accompanied by Minister Edwin Taylor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Quincy!
What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Quincy Armstrong Show, where we put the Q in quintessential. Like the way I did that, y'all, the little quintessential, like that. Hope everyone's staying safe in virtual land. Hope we got the social distancing thing going on. I can't touch you. I think we're good right there. Hope everyone is taking care of themselves. We will get through this, I promise. Huge promise, we will get through this. So we're going to go right into it, all right? Tonight's guest is a force of nature in and of herself. Now, if Miley Cyrus came in like a wrecking ball, my next guest came in like a tsunami. You are about to meet someone who has had as much impact on the civil rights movement as Rosa Parks, Mary McLeod Bethune, and even Martin Luther King Jr. And you know what? I bet some of you have never even heard of her. So you ask, who could this possibly be? Well, she's a former sharecropper who has fought tirelessly for the voting rights of black citizens during a time when even thinking about voting could get you lynched. Now, despite the constant threat of danger, she delivered a most memorable and moving testimony at the televised 1964 National Democratic Convention in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Her story was so powerful that President Johnson called a last-minute television press conference to get her off the air. So if you haven't heard of her, there's the reason. White political leaders wanted her voice silenced, but our next guest would have none of that. Here today to tell you her story is voting rights activist, civil rights leader, and philanthropist, Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer. Welcome, Miss Hamer. It is an honor, and I mean it, an honor to have you on as our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
So let me understand something. You comfortable?
Yes, I'm fine.
Let me understand something. So you were testifying at the 1964 Democratic Convention about unjust voting practices in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Now, this event was being televised to the nation, correct?
That's right.
And as you were about to give your testimony, the broadcast was interrupted by an unscheduled press conference given by President Johnson.
That's right. Everyone thought he was about to announce his presidential running mate, but all he said was it had been 9 months. 9 months, mind you, not a year. The Governor Connally was shot at the same time that President Kennedy was assassinated. That was it. That was his big announcement. But by the time the press conference was done, I was done.
So your testimony never made it, never broadcast to the nation then, right?
Not in the way that it was intended, but however, God has a way of making a way. In fact, President Johnson's scheme backfired. And when the news media got wind that my testimony hadn't aired, news stations from all over the country aired my testimony over and over again. So it ended up being heard many times more than it would have if he had just let it air in the first place.
Now, Martin Luther King, he spoke at this same convention, but to my knowledge, his segment aired, right?
President Johnson wasn't worried about what Martin Luther King had to say, but he was shaking in his boots about what I had to say because he knew that I tell it like it is and I don't sugarcoat nothing.
All right. What I understand, though, at a very young age, though, you were very outspoken, though.
My mother would tell you that I was a curious child, and I often asked questions that I ought not to ask, but I wanted to know. I once asked her why we weren't white, and the reason I asked her that was because we worked all the time, and white folks never worked, but they had everything. I was curious about that, and I still is. My mother told me above all else to respect myself as a black child. She said, you might not understand it now, but one day you will. She said, if you respect yourself, then one day others will have to respect you.
All right. Well, you obviously have gained the respect of many people for the work that you have done and the risk that you have taken to ensure equal rights for all people. What influenced you to get involved, though, to this degree?
Well, as I stated, I was a curious child. And I seen how mean people could be to others. So I said that when I grew up, I was going to do something about what was happening in Mississippi. And that's how I got involved with politics in 1964.
Well, your efforts to secure voting rights for blacks in Mississippi has resulted in you getting imprisoned and even beaten. What motivated you to persevere in the face of such great adversity?
Quincy, when I got tired of being sick and tired, and I was ready to give up, I looked up to God for my courage and my strength. And He always would place a song in my heart. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Walk with me, Lord, please. Walk with me while I'm on this tedious journey. I want Jesus to walk with me. Hold my hand, Lord, please hold my hand. Hold my hand, Lord, please hold my hand while I'm on this tedious journey. I want Jesus to walk with me. My faith And that song has brought me through many, many dark days. Thank you.
Wow. That's powerful. So, what motivated you to take the courageous steps that you took in your ongoing fight for civil rights and equality?
It always bothered me when people would say that I couldn't do something. When white folks would say that black folks couldn't do this and black folks couldn't do that. You see, it's been many things that I have did in my life that white folks don't even know that I've done yet.
What types of things?
Well, you see, I used to work in their house. And they would say that I couldn't eat with them. And I couldn't bathe in their tub. So what I would do is, I would eat before they ate. And I would bathe while they were gone. I had a ball just knowing that they didn't want me in their tub. And I'll be laid all back, relaxing in that bubble bath. And after I got through with my bath, I would put on they powder and they cologne. You know, they couldn't smell me because we had the same powder and cologne on. And you know, it just tickled me when they would say that I couldn't eat with them. I thought to myself, baby, I done ate first. And you know, we had to take the white folks' clothes home and wash them. But if it was a dance within 50 miles...
You ain't put them on, did you?
Baby, I was the best dressed there. Because I had their clothes on. You see, I was rebelling the only way I knew how to rebel. So what I'm saying to white America is, please, don't say what black folks can't do. Because there's some things we already been doing.
Come on now.
So to answer your question from earlier, I learned how to turn adversity into advantage.
All right, let's give it up. All right, look, you are definitely something else. And you know what? You do tell it like it is.
That's the only way I know, Quincy.
So, what is it that you would like to tell the young people in the audience who are following in your footsteps?
First of all, I believe in God. And he said he will raise up a nation that would obey him. I believe that the young people out here today that are fighting for justice for all human beings are the chosen people that will one day lead this country out of the darkness that it is in if it's not too late.
Well, in listening to you and also reading about you, I notice that you always emphasize fighting for justice for all human beings, not just black folk.
I've never been hung up in fighting just for blacks. I've never been hung up in that because I know that there's been a lot of black folks that gave their lives in the name of freedom and equality. But I also know that it was people like Andrew Goodwin and Michael Shorner and James Chaney that gave their lives in the state of Mississippi, that we all have a better chance. And when they died there, they didn't die there just for black folks. They died for white folks too. Because white folks' freedom are shackled and chained to mine. And until I'm free, until black folks are free, white folks ain't free either. You see, I once spoke with a white audience in Wisconsin, and I told them that they thought that they were free to drive their cars on down to Mississippi with their Wisconsin's license plates, and they would see what I was talking about. So young people, when you go out here marching and protesting and fighting for justice, remember that you're not just fighting for your freedom, but you're fighting for everybody's freedom. Black, white, red, and brown. Because until we are all free, ain't nobody free.
Tell it like it is, sister. I don't even know where to go with that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up. Fannie Lou Hamer. Now, Ms. Hamer.
Yes, sir.
I have a question that I'm sure some people in the audience would like to know about.
Okay.
What did you do with the chocolate pie?
I made that chocolate pie, and they said it was finger licking good.
They ate the chocolate pie.
They sure did. But you know what?
Come on now.
I bought you your own small little personal pie yourself.
Now, you know what, Mrs. I'm on one of them little keto. What is it? Keto? I'm fine.
Baby,
you don't have to.
I
For real. You really don't have to.
Baby.
You fine.
Come on.
But
it's the patty pie. Come on, take a bite.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Patty pie?
It's the patty pie. Mm-hmm.
Oh, mm-hmm. It is a pie. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a patty pie. Whoa, wait a minute. Girl, let me hold on.
It's good, eh? The patty pie.
Can I take it home?
You sure can.
Oh,
baby.
my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Fannie Lou Hamer and her patty pie.
Thank you for tuning into the Quincy Armstrong Show, where we celebrate Black history all year long. And stay tuned for future episodes featuring Black movers, shakers, and history makers. And closing out tonight's show is your host, Troy Jordan, accompanied by Minister Edwin Taylor. See you next time at Q's Place, where we put the Q in quintessential.
Amazing grace shall always be my
Hello, I'm Teresa Harris, playwright and director of the Quincy Armstrong Show. We hope you enjoyed celebrating Black History Month with us. If we entertained you, we achieved our goal. If we educated you with information that you did not know, we achieved another goal. If we inspired you to delve deeper into the lives and legacies of our Black heroes, then we far exceeded our goal. The cast and crew, thank you again for watching the Quincy Armstrong Show. We'll see you again soon.
What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? And welcome to the Quincy Armstrong Show, where we put the Q in quintessential. I know I screwed that word up. Quint. Okay, I'm ready. Everyone's ready to start the show? Because I know I am. My next guest. Nice. I was going to say we all need to wear a mask, but I'm not wearing no mask. That's why I stopped.
If we entertained you, then we achieved our goal. If we educated you with information that you did not know, we achieved another goal. If we inspired you to delve deeper into the... Man, it just left me.
4, 3, 2.
And live from the city of Seven Hills, located in beautiful Lynchburg, Virginia, the Quincy Armstrong Show with Quincy Armstrong.
Shake it, shake it. Welcome to the Quincy Armstrong Show, where we put the Q in quintessential.